Hello, we are live. We are live. Okay, I connected. So anyway, hello everyone. This is DAZEL here, and we are once again back with more dry drowning. So last week we started this game, and we had a pretty eventful first chapter, I would say. And like after that first chapter, I don't really know how this story is going to play out. So it's going to be really interesting. What I do know is that we probably fuck Abigail over, and maybe Freya in the process. But I mean, can't really say for sure until we get there, I suppose. Yes, the autosave. Alright, let's go. Chapter 2. I guess we might just finish chapter 2, go through all of chapter 2 today, but I don't know, that depends on how. Months went by, yet I couldn't sleep properly. Also I managed to... I keep thinking of Abigail. I can't believe I let Pandora get away just to save Freya, the woman who always tried to hinder me. I think I had a bit of a connection lag for a second. I think it's okay now. Also, yeah, Abigail's dead body was found near her. Okay, well, she is dead. Well, rip Abigail, I guess. Abigail's dead body was found near her house amidst the garage. Pandora cut her throat and threw her away like a piece of garbage. I was going to say, I figured out I could use a controller for this game, so that's going to make things a lot easier. I have no idea why he did that, whether to clear his tracks, or because he considered her unworthy of him. Whatever the reason, that motherfucking murderer is still on the loose, ready to kill again. Thanks to our investigations and the tip we gave to the police, our client has been cleared of all charges. That brought in some money and gave us the chance to go back to our normal life. Hey Captain Rumia. So this is a couple of months later, eh? Interesting. It's not like an immediate thing. Unfortunately, sooner or later Baker will have his revenge for what happened to Abigail, whether he wins the elections or not. Hera, what have we done? I mean, we made choices. Well, I made choices, I guess. April 12, 2066. City of Nova Polemos. Whoa, news reports. Good evening, citizens, and welcome to this special edition of the National News. I need to do my best reporter voice now. Following the landslide victory of the Black Band over the United National Party, the public opinion split in half. Some talk about fraud, some say it's a true revolution. What is certain is that the citizens of Nova Polemos has finally decided to change things. We are now going to listen to the first official speech of the new elected President Baker, who is now in the court of Madison Square, surrounded by a crowd of supporters. My fellow citizens, our time has come. Today, we finally decided to open our eyes. The previous government bled us dry, shamelessly allowing any kind of parasite to infect our lands. And do you know why? Because the weaker the population, the easier it is to manipulate it. They played the social equality card to take advantage of our hard work, preventing us from gaining back the glory that our founding fathers had fought for. From now on, only those willing to sacrifice themselves and obey will be worthy of living by our side. Remember this day, my friends, because today we are rewriting history. We are rewriting history. Oh. Oh shit. Oh shit. R.I.P. Baker, I suppose. Chapter 2, Firebreaker. How does someone like that get elected? By us clearing his name, I guess. April 20, 2066. Foley investigations. Fine, I'll be there soon. Make sure no one follows you. Same shit, different day. Talking about sacrifice and rewriting history and such. Yeah, well, yeah. But I think from what I understand, the previous government was not great, I think. Or a lot of people were dissatisfied with it, so it was... I guess it was easy to talk about these kind of things to stir up the public. My gosh, what a day. I do not remember any of their voices that I've given them, so I'm sorry in advance. Oh, you're back. Any news? As we expected, people believed that Baker was murdered because he was a hindrance to the opposition. The party gathered around the table to find a new leader, and they announced severe consequences for what happened. I'm not sure why, but people were staring at me with a strange look in their eyes. I'm getting scared, Mordred. You're worrying too much, girl. They have just been elected. They won't do anything reckless. They have to react to this, but violence won't increase their consensus. Maybe you're right, but now they created a martyr, and martyrs usually lead to dictatorships. You think they killed him? I don't know, but I can't stop shaking. I keep thinking about Abigail, and you've never stopped looking for Pandora after her death. I think you're getting obsessed with him. I mean, yeah, it sounded like his views might have made sense until you talk about sacrifice. Yeah, I mean, they were not talking about sacrifice, like, cause they were talking about, I guess working. Like, you have to be able to work to live in the city, right? Something like that. I would feel even worse pretending that it was not my fault. Also, I mean, to be fair to this game, this game is kind of explicitly mentioned that it was kind of a dystopia, so I'm not entirely surprised. I would feel even worse pretending that it was not my fault. The frick made a fool out of me, and I won't rest until I put an end to all this. Especially now that we have our informer. Oh, really? She decided to show up after all these months? Yes, we arranged a meeting in Talon Square in about 2 hours. Would you like to come with me? Do you really think I would let a dummy like you go alone, now that the city got so dangerous? It's good to see that your bad sense of humor hasn't changed. Yeah, I once thought he was literally just a bit authoritarian. Yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely surprised either. Just like your lack of empathy, detective. Alright, let's go. I mean, I guess that's why we don't have a profile for good old Baker, cause he's fucking dead. Some people seem to like having strong authorities. Yeah, there's also that. Let's see, a new nightmare. The meeting with Pandora at Verigarian. I don't know how to pronounce that. Has brought nothing but death and instability in the lives of Mordred and Hera. On top of that, the recent elections threatened to undermine the stability of the city, while the two detectives are living with the knowledge that the worst is yet to come. The worst is certainly yet to come. Speak. Is there? Okay, there's nothing to speak. Ooh, yeah. Oh. Technology has come. Okay, the way it resets is a bit... I'm going to use the mouse for this part. Just because it's easier. Hera had this curtain installed when she started playing her piano here in the office. She said I was making her feel uncomfortable. It's still here. Oh, to make some sacrifices in the coming day, but we are strong people as much now as we've always been. Something like that works. Yeah, I agree. Alright, I don't think there's anything else. Alright, let's go to Talon Square. Whoever demands rights, benefits, or unjustified days off is rightfully considered a parasite and will undergo rigorous safety controls. That's nice. Let's see the background for a second. Your utopia, my dystopia. We love you, so why don't you love us back? Elitists today. We are the future Aqua OS. Talent Square. Talent Square. This place always brings back old memories for me. I feel always I don't know. Anyway, more. I almost missed the smell of garbage of this place. Look, who decided to show up? You're right on time, my dear informer. Oh, Freya's our informer now. As always. So, shall we talk now? Can we investigate this place first? I really want to investigate this. Despite his death at the end of the election, Baker keeps appearing everywhere. Insane. Holographic trees, vague shadows of real vegetation, which is something extremely rare nowadays. Heavy, incessant rain on the streets, nothing new for Nova Polemos. I can't believe someone managed to paint a mural without the police arresting them on the spot. Freya's working for us now. I really shouldn't have fucked her over then. If I wrote something like it could be made into a horoscope, how general it is. Yeah. I still don't understand why they keep advertising Aqua OS since every citizen has one already. Advertisement on preparation courses for the Patterson test. The business is exploiting older people since they usually find it harder to pass the test. Holographic trees, eh? I don't know. How do you feel about holographic trees? It's kind of a weird concept if you think about it. I think that's everything so far. Alright, let's pick. Freya returns! First, you destroy all the evidence of your past before leaving Verigarian, and now you're my informer. You're turning into a true criminal, huh? Don't push it, okay? I'm just returning the favor. At least this time, your ugly monk's not the only thing I get to see. Nice to see you, Hera. The same cannot be said of that old relic you carry around. It's nice to see you too, Lieutenant. It's been months. Nice way to speak to someone who saved your life. At least I see you have fully recovered. I prefer the tree to be real and me being the hologram. Yeah, I can't say the same about you though. You look awful, dude. You look awful, dude. I guess it's because of Abigail. We'll talk about her later. You said you had something about Pandora. Spill the beans. Well, I wonder what would happen if you went to save Abigail instead. Would Freya be dead then, and then she would be the informant? That's kind of wildly different already. Straight to the point, as always. I contacted you because I did what you asked me. Do you remember the encrypted emails you found on Abigail's laptop? Right, you never told us what was inside. Not by choice. I've been under surveillance for the last few months due to the Baker case. And his death made things even worse. Anyway, what's interesting is not the emails themselves, but the computer from which they were sent. I tracked down the sender. It seems that our dear Pandora has some contact inside Hephaestus Tech, or he might even work there. Pandora works in the largest company in Nova Polemos. Sure. The company was founded in 2022 by some of the most enlightened men of Nova Polemos, and today is the most important pharmaceutical and tech company in the city. The government relies on Hephaestus Tech for matters of national security. As such, it is the only company allowed to have commercial contacts with other countries through encrypted emails that won't go through the Caligula security system. They're using a lot of Greek terminology here, I'm realizing. I know Hephaestus is like another Greek thing, and Caligula is another Greek term. They're using a lot of Greek terminology here, I'm seeing. Hephaestus? Okay. Wait, let me drink some water. Hephaestus. Okay, I'll try to keep that in mind. Not necessarily, although the surgical precision he showed suggests that he may work in the medical sector. Yeah, husband of Aphrodite. Yeah, like they're using a lot of Greek terminology. Like, I mean, I guess not really terminology. Like Greek Greek, just stuff from Greek mythology, I would say. And as it happens, Hephaestus is all about medical and technological research, as well as monitoring people on behalf of the police. Also, they're the only company allowed to contact foreign countries through protected email systems. Majority of the population receive information from the outer world after being censored and edited by the security system. Censorship is the reason why no one is aware of the actual technological and social development of other countries. No one knows the reasons behind this enforced ignorant state, but they are easily applicable by the city's politicians due to the very few authorized tourists. Interesting. This is getting more and more complicated. And that's not all. Pandora has killed again. What? I'm not going to say his role is a Greek myth? Alright. I guess that's kind of a spoiler then? That'll be interesting. You've got to be kidding. Not at all. And coincidentally, the victim is one of the company managers. When did it happen? The day Baker was shot. As you would expect, the case got buried and no one but the highest ranks in the police knows anything. You don't know? Oh well. I mean, thanks for letting me know though anyway. So why are you telling us? Because we are the only ones able to help the case, I guess. That's right. Despite the criminal you are, Mordred, you are also the only one with some experience with that freak. Besides, we need all the help we can get. As you can guess, the city is on the verge of collapse. One wrong move and our lives will be a living hell. Fine, we'll help. I'm sending you the coordinates of the crime scene. Come to the police station once you're done investigating. You and me have some unfinished business. What is she talking about? Okay. Wait a minute. A hotel room? Yeah, this time Pandora decided to do things in style. Like even Pandora itself, the name is like, it's Greek mythology, right? Because Pandora's box, and you have to know that. Oh shit! Whoa! What's going on? Come on, form a single line and get on the track for identification. Yeah, I know Pandora. This is just a security procedure. There's nothing to worry about. Please stay calm. Why are they picking up those people? Mordred? Mordred, answer me, please. They find a Jason. I wouldn't be surprised. Keep talking to me, girl. No matter what. Don't turn around and don't look at them. We must leave this place. Hera, go home with Freya. I'll be there as soon as I can. Fine, meet me at the police station as soon as you can. Please, Mordred, be careful. What the hell is happening to this city? They really like to use this screen. Hera, are you safe? Yeah, I'm home. The police just sent me the Aqua OS data about the case. Good, I'll need your help with the investigation when I get there. Alright, but I'd like to ask you something first. About what happened at Talon Square. What do you think it means? People need someone to blame for Baker's murder, and the police prefer to round out and question the weakest classes of the city rather than admit their own incompetence. I can't understand whether you're telling me this to reassure me or because you refuse to face the truth. Come on, I'm not that far from the hotel. April 20, 2066. 5 Twins Hotel, City of Nova Polemos. Well, we see the word Prometheus. There's a lot of Greek mythology here. Well, it wasn't hard to find the room of the murder. God, this looks even worse than what we found at Treasury Park. Have you already uploaded the holograms to Aqua OS? I did. You just need to activate it. Let's find out what's behind this mess. Hey, April 20th. Alright, here we go. Can I? No? I must activate Aqua OS before starting to investigate. Alright. Whoa. Hey, there's another guy there as well. Hold on, there are 2 dead bodies? And why does only one of them seem to follow Pandora's modus operandi? From the blazing into an all-age Shakespeare recital? I don't know, but we're going to find out. A view of the city, still unaware that something this bad happened in this room. This is the only entrance to the room. Access is allowed with a special card, and the door beeps whenever it opens or closes to alert the guests. The victim's hands and ankles have been cuffed to these to prevent his escape. Let's look at the handcuffs. The victim was tied to the bed with simple iron handcuffs, probably to prevent him from reacting. Iron rips the cold skin, revealing the origin of sin. Ah yes, ominous Latin chanting in the background. We love to see it happen. There is a single hole in the closet. The bullet probably went through the victim's skull, killing him instantly. The second victim. It looks like he had a quick death. A single bullet right through his head. What do the police know about him? Hold on, I'll check. Maybe Pandora murdered the murderer. Yeah. What? No information? Are you kidding? They don't know who this man is? As crazy as it sounds. No, they don't. Was he an illegal immigrant? I never expected something like that to happen in Nova Polemos. The victim was killed by a single headshot. No one managed to discover his identity yet. Something unlikely given the security level of the city. Guilt always dies young. I guess he's an illegal immigrant. That has to be the only reason. Maybe the murderer murdered the murder victim. Yeah, that could be it too. That'd be interesting. The police reported the victim had been given a large quantity of this drug. The label reads Morpheus. Oh, here we go. Another Greek mythology thing. A medication produced by Hephaestus and used to sedate patients during surgeries. That's some really strong anesthetic then. A sort of powerful anesthetic drug used in surgery to send patients into a deep sleep. The product is not available to the public, but only to physicians and Hephaestus staff for scientific purposes. Morpheus, you know, the god of sleep. Like sleep and dreams. Hypnosis is sleep. I guess dreams. The sheets are soaked in the victim's blood. They are not in their original position. The police probably moved them around. The victim's liver has been stabbed several times with a sharp object, probably a knife. I guess this was the cause of death. The victim looks old. His eyes have not been removed, and his mouth has not been sewn up. Maybe he didn't have time. I'm sending you the data the police gave us. The myth of Prometheus. This was used as sort of anesthetic, hence the name. Yeah. Okay, let me take a sip of water before I read this. Prometheus, son of Lephatus, or is it? Lephatus and Clyman. Is the main character of one of the most famous myths of ancient Greece and represents mankind and progress. Disobeying Zeus's orders, Prometheus stole divine fire, the symbol of knowledge, and restored it to humanity. Enraged and furious, Zeus ordered Hephaestus to create Pandora, a beautiful woman to send as a gift to Epimetheus, one of Prometheus' brothers. Epimetheus refused the gift, unleashing the wrath of the god. Prometheus was chained to a rock on a huge mountain, forced to be tortured by an eagle, the symbol of Zeus, which would devour his liver during the day and wait for it to regenerate during the night. Epimetheus married Pandora, and she opened a jar from which were released mischief and sorrow, plague and diseases. Cornelius Huber. Oh. Wisdom usually comes with loneliness. Cornelius is kind and optimistic, constantly showing a loving and fatherly attitude towards anyone. His parents were German immigrants and arrived in Nova Polemos at the time of his foundation. Cornelius is a man of great intelligence, which allowed him to revolutionize the world of technology again and again. Considered both a philanthropist and a genius, Huber is one of the senior managers of Hephaestus Tech, a role he was assigned after the huge success of his most famous creation, Aqua OS. So he is the one who made Aqua OS. Anything else before we read the giant text there? I guess not. Alright, time to break out the Greek, or Latin. This message here says, Prometheus Lapetiphilus, Primus Homines, ex luto Phoenix. Prometheus, son of Lepastus, who first fashioned man from clay. Why did Pandora leave such a specific message? A variant it was designed to solve a drug to help people suffering from morphine addiction. For the heroic world, its designers perceive it having to give it the name heroin. Ooh, interesting. Message on the mirror. A message written in marker or lipstick. It says Prometheus, son of Lepastus, who first fashioned man from clay. For the first time, Pandora left a clear message. Why would he do that? Is it Lepastus or Iapetus? The text makes me unsure. Okay, anything else? Okay, we are clearly missing something here. Oh, there it is. Feathers? Eagle or another bird of prey? As if the myth he wanted to create was not evident enough. Eagle feathers. These feathers have been found near the first victim. They were probably part of Pandora's twisted modus operandi. Eagles are on the verge of extinction, and they can't even be found in zoos, so their feathers are extremely rare and valuable. Okay, let's clearly steal something. Okay, there we go. A large caliber gun. Probably the victim was expecting someone to come after him. Hera, what can you tell me about it? According to the police, the gun went off 3 times. One of the times killed this man. You mean the killer used the same gun? And are you sure it was fired 3 times? I can't see other bullet holes in this room. I have no idea, but the data reports they found gunshot residue on the victim's hand. A large caliber gun held by the second victim. It is covered in the unidentified man's fingerprints. 3 rounds are missing from the weapon. Okay, that's everything. A big old pharmaceutical executive and a stranger, both killed in the luxury hotel room. This case is even crazier than Elysius. But I'm not surprised when it comes to deal with Pandora. Before making any argument, I need more information. I must go back to the police station and find out more about the victims and their identities. Okay. Now that things have settled down, I should be able to join you. Hera. Stay. It's too dangerous! It's too dangerous, Hera! I think it's best for you to stay home. I need your assistance from there. Don't you dare, Mordred. I've told you 1,000 times. I'm not a child and I can look after myself. Cut it out. Our lives are in danger. Don't you get it? The only thing I get is that after what happened a few months ago, you're not the same anymore. Named for its perceived strength or supposed effects on the user. It was marketed as a non-additive morphine substitute though. Ah, okay, I see. Let me know as soon as you have some news. Hera. Well... Alright, let's go to the police station. For a citizen, there's nothing more humiliating than being unemployed. Well, I am very humiliated right now, I guess. In that case. Oh, you're here. Don't tell me you solved the case already. Not yet. Not before making any argument. I need to talk to you. You finally realized you can't do anything without the help of someone smarter than you, did you? There's no time for jokes, Freya. Are you going to help me with the case or not? Why do you always have to be so serious? Fine, what do you need? Fair warning, I can't tell you anything about what happened in Talon Square, so don't even try. Great, this is even worse than I expected. Alright. First... First, I'd like you to tell me about the first victim, the one that was killed using Pandora's usual rituals. His name was Cornelius Huber, one of the top executives in Hephaestus. Apparently, our victim is the inventor of the Aqua OS. Really? Yeah, he's the one to blame for being addicted to this thing. We don't know why he chose him as his victim, but maybe it has something to do with our theory of Pandora working for Hephaestus. Are you referring to Abigail's emails? Of course, if you think about it, they are the only ones able to do that. Maybe Huber found out something about him, so Pandora decided to get rid of him. Yet, I can't help the feeling that there's something off. If you need more information, I suggest you go straight to their headquarters and find either of his assistants. You mean the assistants of the victim? Precisely. Dean and Eugene Smith, two brothers living in the same house in District 3. City districts. I'm going to burp. Nova Polemos is divided into 6 areas called districts. District 1 is the most noble one, seat of the parliament and including most of the city's areas of interest, constantly monitored by specialized police squads. From District 2 up to 6, the quality of life and the well-being level are exponentially worse. Despite this, crime rates are particularly low because of strict safety measures and high numbers of officers assigned to each district. Fine, give me their address and I'll pay them a friendly visit. I'll also check on Hephaestus Tech headquarters. Please try not to make me regret asking for your help. Remember, this is just a mere collaboration. And I'd rather not arrest you before you make yourself useful. Alright, there's the house. There's the HQ. Second victim. What do you know about the man who was shot in the head? In fairness, x to power 0 is an exponent. It's true, it is true. Maybe things don't get worse. Look, as humiliating as it may be, we weren't able to identify him. That man is like a ghost. None of us can quite believe it yet. Anyway, we suspect that he got into the crime scene to save the other victim, ending up being killed as well. That's quite interesting. What are you thinking? If the second victim got there to save the scientist, presumably the killer wasn't in the room when he arrived. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to reach the other side of the room without getting killed. But first things first. We know that the gun was fired 3 times, so where did the other bullets end up? I guess the killer removed the shell casings from the scene, but he could have never covered the holes they made. It would make sense if the victim fired in self-defense, since he had traces of gunpowder on his hands. But there's no trace of the killer's blood, and it's impossible that our victim didn't notice him approaching. Why is that? Select the reason why the victim would certainly have noticed the killer approaching. Because of the door. The door? That's right, there's only one way into the room, and that's through that door, which happens to beep whenever someone opens it. What's your point? Just think about it. What are the odds of the killer opening the door, running to the victim, disarming him and shooting him with his own gun? Close to none. Damn it, how do we not think of it? Before formulating either hypothesis, I need to talk to the hotel manager and get more information on that room. The landlady's been there since the murder. You have my permission to go and talk to her. Well, thank you then. I'll go back there as soon as I can. Unfinished business. Back in Talon Square, you said you wanted to discuss something with me, didn't you? Yeah. I need you to be honest with me. After the Baker case, the police started investigating me and the team that was working on it. Do you know why? Should I? Well, considering you're the one who found the glove, yeah, you should. I don't like your tone, girl. Tell me the truth. Did you give Baker's glove to that lawyer? I mean, I have to be honest, I fuck her. At this point. Yeah, I gave it to him. That's what I thought. But I did it before knowing how things really went, and as far as I know, you may have been the one who hid it. I guess we'll never find out, right? Everyone has his secrets after all. Enough about that. Can we get back to the case? As you wish, detective. Well, at least it seems to go well. I think she probably would hate it if I actually lied about it, cause I mean at this point I can't really hide it from her. Is that all? I wanted to talk about Abigail and Mrs. Baker, but they can wait. Alright. I suppose I asked you enough. Can you send me a file with the time and details of the murder? Sending it right now. You'll find the time of death and who got access to the room. Great, thank you. Cornelius Huber, time of death, 45 minutes past midnight, cause of death, multiple stab wounds to the liver. Unidentified victim, time of death, 1 AM, cause of death, a single headshot. On that note, how's Hera? Did she recover from what's happened in Talon Square? She's just fine, don't worry. Are you two having some problems lately? That's none of your business. This attitude of yours will be the death of you, Foley. Lecture me one more time and I swear I'm out of this. Oh dear, how am I going to solve the case now? Later, detective. Damn it, why does it always have to be like this? Alright. Where should we go first? Should we go to the house or should we go to her sister's HQ? We could also go back to the hotel room, I guess. 15 minutes between the deaths. Yeah, 15 minutes. It's quite the gap. Those stab wounds probably wouldn't be instant death. Yeah, that too. I mean, it's probably be blood loss via the stab wounds. Especially because it's hitting the liver. It's not like I mean, it's still a major organ, but it's not like, you know, the heart or, you know, the brain, that kind of thing. Yeah, that word which I can't pronounce. Let's go back to the hotel first. If 85% of the population doesn't know a single article in the Constitution that was something something something. Oh, there we go. She must be the owner of this place. What is she doing at the crime scene? Good morning, madam. I'm Detective Foley. I guess the police informed you I was coming. Yes, I know everything. My name is Nadine Sterling and I manage this hotel. Yeah, steps to the liver. Nadine Sterling. Equality and prosperity cannot coexist in my city. Very distrustful woman. Nadine has always been very close to her husband, the only person she has ever loved. Nadine was born in a low-class bigoted family and was forced into an arranged marriage when she was very young. Soon after marrying her husband, she began her career at the Five Twins Hotel, hoping to make it one of the most notorious places in Nova Polemos. Well, it certainly succeeded, from what I can say. Yeah, it would be a lot quicker, yeah. So the liver is not exceptionally... I mean, it's still vital, but, you know, it's not like, you know, the heart or those organs. How can I help you? The crime scene. I thought I'd find you in the hall. What are you doing here? Now the police have collected all the evidence, I just wanted to see what happened in my property with my own eyes. Never let you in before, right? No, I've just been questioned and asked about who checked in that night. Let me tell you, I'm sure both Baker's murder and this obscenity were committed by some immigrants around here. We welcome those dogs, and what do we get? I really hope they'll be sent back to where they belong. Spare your personal comments and stick to the case, please. I do hope this is just an old year's opinion and not the whole citizenship's common thought. My husband found out this hotel more than 15 years ago. Now he's gone, and since we had no children, I inherited everything. Room 237 is one of the most modern ones, highly requested. How many people work here? 5 in the kitchen, 3 porters, and a receptionist. Most of them usually leave at 11 PM. So the hotel was almost empty when the 2 victims were shot in this room. Please. Oh, and extinguish. Oh God, extinguish. Exsanguination. No, I can't pronounce it. My mouth just doesn't want to work around it. Exsanguination. Please tell me everything you remember about that night and try to be as accurate as possible. Take action and solve the mystery. Whenever the text changes color within the dialogue, it means that you can click on that part to seek clarification or expose inconsistencies. By doing this, the person who's being questioned will give you more information, helping you solve the case. The night I was in my room, I slept here before because I don't feel safe going home all alone. What were you doing in your room? I took a bath and got ready for bed. What am I supposed to say? Okay, please go on ahead. It's a fun word, kind of useless since there's very much a good reason to use it. I don't feel safe going home alone. Tell me more about this, please. Well, it's only natural after what happened. I won't risk ending up like that poor wretch. Alright, it's clear that you're a careful person. Carry on. Generally, this place is really safe, and that night didn't seem to be any different. At least until I heard several gunshots at around 1 AM. Generally? What do you mean? This city is not as safe as it used to be, and I always tend to assume the worst. Oh, I am sure about that. Alright. Wait, you heard gunshots? Yes, at least 2 or 3 in quick succession. Why, is that an important detail? More than you think. This means the second victim actually fired 3 rounds. But 2 bullet holes are still missing. Where are they? 3 rounds are missing from the weapon. Alright. Okay. I was scared and immediately called the police, who arrived about 20 minutes later. Are you sure you did it immediately? Didn't you wait for fear of being hurt? Absolutely not. Who do you take me for? That means the killer left the hotel real quick. During all this time, have you tried to take a peek from the door or figure out what was going on? Of course not. I didn't want to risk dying. I see. That's all I remember about that night. Do you need anything else from me? Yes, I need to ask you some more questions. About what? I'd like to know, how does one gain access to the hotel? After 10:30 PM, accessing the hotel is only possible with a card. This is why there's no need for surveillance cameras here. Could be worse, could be watching Team Fortress 2 videos and one of the swords the demon man can get caught. Can't more. And what if anyone comes in the middle of the night and wants to rent a room? There's a phone number at the entrance, but nobody called that night. I see. There's no cameras. Are you kidding? No video surveillance at all? What for? Both the door and the rooms are alarmed, and this area has the lowest crime rate in the city. Obviously, room can be accessed only after prior identification, and the door beeps whenever a guest gets in or out. Yeah. Claire de Mémoire. I think the way they wrote it makes it easy enough to pronounce, I think. Was the room reserved by Mr. Huber only? Yes. It is a single room. No guests then. Obviously, rooms can be accessed only after the door beeps. Do you have access data for every entry and exit? Only entries are registered. This complicates things. That day, Mr. Huber entered his room for the first time at 4 PM, then at 8 PM and finally at 1 AM. You saw him coming then. Was he with anyone else? Not that I recall. He booked the room and sent his data online 2 days before arrival. That's all I know. So he was alone the first time. Maybe he wanted to check the room. So he came back 4 hours later. Were you at the reception? No, I was helping in the kitchen at that moment. But the girl who was replacing me said he was alone. The other victim could have arrived earlier and had been waiting for him at the entrance. After all, the hotel was accessible by anyone. And we can't remember all the people that passed by. So the killer could have waited for him at the door and then attacked him. Wait a minute, 1 AM? By the time Mr. Huber was already dead. So, who entered his room? And how? I have no idea. Maybe he used Mr. Huber's Aqua OS? Excuse me? You say it's possible only to enter with the room card, haven't you? Well, actually, you can do that with Aqua OS data too, which is registered at the entrance. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. So it was possible to enter with the Aqua OS. This could change everything. For now, I better note down what I discovered. First entrance, key, Aqua OS. Okay. That day, Mr. Huber, no one here. Am I free to go, detective? I'm a bit tired. You can go now, madam. You've been very helpful. I just hope this whole thing won't ruin the reputation of the hotel. We've been working so hard to make one. I hope so too, madam. Goodbye. The more answers I find, the more questions arise. Alright. Let's go to the house next. Aqua OS is sharing daily free live news from our security system. The reliability is guaranteed by the feedback of the blah 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 blah. April 20th, 2066, Smith Brothers apartment. What the hell is this place? That's a good question. Masks, statues, trinkets. It really looks like the hideout of a serial killer. Welcome to my home. I guess you are the detective the police told me about. That's right. My name is Mordred Foley, and I'm investigating the Cornelius Huber case. Nice to meet you. I'm Dean Smith, former assistant of Professor Huber. Ooh, rocks. Right? But I suppose you already know that. This Dean Smith loves an invisible poison. Shy and insecure, Dean hides his weaknesses behind a sunny and accommodating attitude, which makes him well liked at both work and in his social life. 3 of the same mass. Who knows? Since his birth, he has showed a great inclination towards computer science, a path he followed until graduating at the University of Nova Polemos. He has always held Cornelius Huber in high respect, and after his recruitment in asbestos tech, he gave everything to be assigned to Huber's team. Lee is widely considered Huber's heir due to the huge success of his game, Be a Good Citizen. Neat stuff, Rabbit, though. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some questions and maybe take a look around. Oh, sure. Am I on your list of suspects? Just answer my questions, please. Where is your brother? It's been weeks since the last time he came home. He doesn't even answer my calls anymore. He's acting like the child he has always been. He's missing? Demons grow in the Garden of Sins. Eugene is aggressive and ill-tempered and never able to socialize with anyone. Due to his unrestrained ambition and personality, he is the complete opposite of his brother Dean. Since his childhood, Eugene has been very competitive, especially with his brother. His aptitude for computer science allowed him to graduate with full marks and honors to be recruited by Hephaestus Tech. Both his occupation and competitiveness are most likely the result of an inferiority complex towards Dean. He's not been home for weeks. Got any idea where I might find him? I don't, honestly. My brother has always been good at disappearing. But you found me now, so please go on ahead with your questions. Great, let's start. Can I investigate? Do you like them, detective? Let me introduce you to Jackie and Polly. These dolls have a name? Yes, this is a little parrot, and that's a kitten. Impressive. Every time I read about a missing animal in Nova Polemos, I buy a new doll in memory of that poor soul. Remarkable. Why do I keep stumbling to weirdos like that? This is like a kid's room, and this poster confirms it. Are we going to talk about the mask? Why would anyone hang 3 masks like this in the bedroom? Actually, I have 12 of them. I keep the rest under the bed. Sure, I've met pretty weird people. He definitely gets the gold medal. A jar full of small coins, all the same. I need more water. So he does. A picture probably portraying some important memories for the brothers. Considering the rest of the room, this wig here doesn't feel out of place. Under the bed is a bunch of clothes and some masks like those on the wall. At least 4 of them are visible under there, yeah, right? This bed only looks like the only ordinary thing in the room. The neon lights of the city through the window are creating some cool lighting effects. The poster of an old animated series which was very popular about 40 years ago, back when the entertainment industry in Nova Polemos had no strict censorship policy. This plush has such an odd shape, it might have a hidden meaning. Creepy rabbits under the bed, just what you expect from someone like Dean. Well, that's all we're getting from here. Speak. What was your relationship with Mr. Huber? The man was like a father to me. He has always been motivating and giving me the strength to carry on. His death was the worst news I could have gotten. No mas, he really did care about him. Do you have any idea why Pandora chose him as the victim? No, not at all. Everyone loved him, especially Eugene, his girlfriend Talia, and me. His girlfriend? Yes, have you already talked to her? She's probably looking for Eugene too. Could you tell me something about your brother? Unlike me, Eugene is pragmatic and extremely serious about his job, which has always caused conflicts between us. The last time we've been happy together was 10 years ago, when we learned that the professor had accepted us as students. When he's already wearing a mask, there's plenty of them, yeah, right? And since then we've been competing each other while he managed the Caligula security systems. I created what would be the biggest revolution after Aqua OS. What are you referring to? Be a Good Citizen, the video game for Aqua OS I developed while assisting the professor in his work. A free video game installed on all new Aqua OS models, featuring weekly logic tests. Getting high scores grants players some benefits and discounts on online purchases. It is also possible to see the scores of friends and other users. Everyone succeeding the Patterson test can also increase the score by sharing selected and approved content about politics, industry, or technology. The score is influenced by the value of close citizens, so the app advises against hanging around people with a low score. The game mascot, Simi, has become a mass phenomenon and is featured on many other apps by Hephaestus Tech. Thanks to the positive and educational impact of my creation on the whole society, Mr. Huber recognized me as his successor. Eugene went mad and left home, whining about how his work had been eclipsed by my stupid game. Wow, I hate it. But in the end, I figured those quarrels are just, well, these things happen. I can't blame him for reacting that way. It must be hard to see your entire career destroyed by a game. My game managed to determine the tastes and habits of the population, thus modeling their behavior. Hell yeah, nice way to disguise the method of social and commercial indoctrination. You've done a great job. If you think you can be successful without manipulating people around you, you are a fool, detective. What can you tell me about Hephaestus? I can tell you it's not the smartest idea to give absolute monopoly on information and pharmaceutical technology to a single company. Such power could be very intoxicating, don't you think? Especially when information coming from other countries are first filtered by the government and Hephaestus itself. What do you mean? I mean, the world outside could be very different from what newspapers and the web make us believe. I see your point. Can you tell me about the email system of the company? I never work on security. You should ask Eugene about this. Assuming that you can find him. Yeah. Oh, we can't select this anymore. Interesting. We can't select the mask either. Interesting. Alright. I guess let's go to the HQ. It's the only place left. Oh, I see the mascot right now. Be a good citizen. Oh god, man. My upper back hurts. Okay, so this is Hephaestus Tech headquarters. The main hall at least. Let's have a look around. Investigation. I've already heard about this game, and as far as I know, it's very popular in Nova Polemos. The ever-present advertisement for Aqua OS, the flagship product of Hephaestus Tech. Directions for the different departments within the building, where I probably won't be able to enter. Self-advertisement almost everywhere. Pathetic. Good evening, I'm Detective Mordred Foley, and I'd like to have a word with one of the company managers about the murder of Cornelius Huber. Please wait at the entrance. One of our representatives will see you as soon as possible. Waiting here? There's not even a chair. We remind you that if you leave the room, you will lose your priority. I'm here on behalf of the police. I won't waste my time like this. We invite you to be patient. Why don't you take a look at our products in the meantime? You will find an extensive catalog here. Enough, I got it. Just make it quick. Considering the way they treat their clients, I'm not surprised the glass at the reception is that thick. La, 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 la. Hey, it's been 2 hours. Oh my god. How long are you gonna keep me waiting here? Hello? Stop it, Talia. I don't want to hear another word from you. Huh? Your mentor gets killed and all you can do is run off like this? My mentor? That old man didn't mean anything to me. And honestly, I don't want to end up the same way by helping you. Cornelius has done everything he could to make you the man you are today, and this is your thanks? If he could hear you right now, he'll be very disappointed. I'm gonna sneeze. This conversation ends here, and you better not get in my way again. Excuse me, miss, but I couldn't help but overhear an argument with that guy. Huh? Who are you? I'm Detective Mordred Foley. I'm cooperating with the police on the Cornelius Huber case. Oh, I'm talking to a famous man then. I'm afraid so. I hope it's not a problem for you. Wait, hanging around with people with low scores decreases your score too, right? And people who do bad at puzzle will have lower scores? And presumably people with less education. Wow, I really hate it, yeah. If I paid such attention to appearances or what media say, I wouldn't talk to anybody in the city. By the way, my name is Talia Wells. How can I help you? Talia Wells. Every life is worth living. Talia always shows an optimistic and exceptionally positive attitude. Her silver tongue and good looks are giving her a good opinion on herself. Talia was born in Europe. Her parents worked in agriculture and she decided to move to Nova Polemos after meeting Professor Huber, her fiancé, during one of his conventions. Despite the age gap, their love seems to be the genuine result of their great personalities combined. I'd like to ask you some questions about Cornelius Huber, if you don't mind. Of course, I want to find his killer more than anyone else. Talia is a character from a European fable, huh? Hephaestus Tech. Could you tell me more about Hephaestus? The company business mainly focuses on medical and tech research. Caligula system, Aqua OS servers, all Patterson test data, everything is stored here at the headquarters. Now I understand all these cameras and surveillance. Does the company deal with something else? Yes, it's the only one authorized to communicate with other countries for either political or commercial reasons. the big boys of the government rely this much on Hephaestus? It's not a coincidence that many politicians are coming from this company, keeping the family, as they say. Can you tell me about Huber and your relationship with him? Cornelius was a remarkable man, as well as my husband-to-be. Were you two engaged? Yes, we've been together for the last 4 years, but he wanted to keep it quiet. He was worried about my safety. Why so? He suspected that someone was after him, probably here within the company. Did Pandora really have connection with the professor? I don't know the details. Talia the several Greek mythological features. I see. But I don't know the details, but all I want now is revenge on the monster that murdered the love of my life. The night I reported him missing, I wasn't able to contact him, and the GPS on his Aqua OS was not working either. Oh, so you were the one who raised the alarm. That's right. But when they found him, it was too late. What can you tell me about his assistant? The one you just saw is Eugene, while Dean is the guy who's going to replace my poor Cornelius once things settle down. There's always been a ridiculous competition between the two of them, but Dean's kindness to the success of his studies struck a chord within Cornelius. Eugene was not pleased with that, and now he even refuses to help me understand what really happened. I've known them for years. They were really close with us, and they used to come over for dinner quite often. Ooh, interesting. I see. Thanks, Captain Romeo. What kind of role do they have in the company? Eugene was in charge of IT security, while Dean created Be a Good Citizen, the popular game for Aqua OS devices. Mordred, we just went through this. You know why it's so popular. Are you telling me he managed to impress the professor with a game? Exactly, that little game gave them access to real-time information about activities and habits of every single citizen. You'd be surprised at what people are willing to do in order to gain some benefits. Video games as a mass surveillance system? Now I've seen it all. Anyway, if you want more details, you should talk to them directly. I'm going to. Thanks for your help. Alright, I think you gave me enough information. Thank you for your time. I certainly don't want to keep you here with... I certainly don't want you to keep me here with 2 more... I certainly don't want to keep you here with me for 2 more hours while I wait for someone to show up. I'm afraid nobody will come for you. You're all scared to be investigated. Is that so? I know what cowards this men are, and I assure you they won't be of any help. I see. Then I won't waste my time here anymore. Before you go, let me give you something. Here. Aqua OS with corrupted data. The Aqua OS used to belong to Cornelius Huber and has been found in front of the hotel where the murders took place. The files stored in the device are inaccessible, but an expert technician could be able to restore them. An Aqua OS? Yes, it belonged to Cornelius. I've told you that it could not be detected the night he was killed, remember? There's one simple reason. I found the Aqua OS in the rubbish bin near the hotel. All data corrupted. How's that possible? The data is coming from the main server. It's not stored on the device. I know. That's why I'm giving it to you. Find a way to restore the data, and maybe you'll find out what happened. Why didn't you hand it over to the police? I wanted to, but I was afraid it would make it disappear in case it connected to the murder of one of the managers of Hephaestus. I see. I'll try to find someone able to repair it. Thank you so much. Here are my details. Please contact me if you need anything. No mas, this woman's always said the truth. All I have to do is find what Professor Huber hid inside this thing. Fairy tale. Okay, I see. Thanks, Captain Romeo. This was released to some other departments. Though sure I think, I bet they have something to hide. The floor is so polished I can see my own reflection. I guess appearance is what matters the most here. Origin for the Sleeping Beauty, right here. Ah, I see. Reliability is guaranteed by the feedback of the population who receive bonuses for blah blah blah. Alright, now what? Many believe that Pandora never really existed and it was just a myth. Well, it's not a myth anymore. I guess we go back to the house, because we did see the brother. You can buy 3 newspapers in Nova Polemos, whose shares are mostly owned by the major political parties. Clearly, this doesn't undermine their reliability. Can I show you this? There we go. Is that the professor's Aqua OS? Someone named Talia gave it to me. You should know her well. Is that right? Here, 1959. Ooh, yeah, that was quite a long while ago. Of course I do. I'm worried about her. Poor thing. She must be in a lot of pain. Will you be able to repair it? The data inside could be vital to the case. I think so, although I've never seen something like that before. It should be technically impossible to corrupt Aqua OS data. Well, I'll try to figure it out. Could you do me a favor? Huh? What kind of favor? VR music sucks. I think you are an interesting person, and I would like to challenge you with one of my creations. Nothing too complicated, no worries. A simple game which will allow me to understand a lot more about you. Do I look like I'm in the mood for this? Come on, you'll be waiting for my response anyway. Being so unpleasant won't make your life easier. Fine, but hurry up and make that thing work. Do I have to play be a good citizen? Great, I'm sending the file to your Aqua OS. Have fun, Mr. Foley. There we go. Be a good citizen is a popular game in Nova Polemos. The goal is to connect all cells inside the grid. Select a cell and rotate it and connect it to the colored ones to form the perfect network. Come on, show me what you got. Well, you're really good. Why don't you put your talent at the service of society? Oh wait. Pleasure event. Play today and get 10% score for the entire week. Okay, I'm missing something here. There we go. From now on, Be a Good Citizen will be accessible from the Aqua OS menu. Complete as many levels as you can, and something cool might happen. Congratulations, that told you less than I expected. Now I hope you can give me some answers. I believe I can repair it, but I need a couple of hours at least. Damn it, that long? If you'd like to leave your contact details, I'll be sure to get in touch with you as soon as possible. Alright, I hope this will lead to something. If I'm not going to wait for hours with this lunatic, I better go back to the office and take stock of the case with Hera. If she's still willing to speak with me, that is. Look who's here. Have you come back to make sure I was still at home? I'm starting to get tired of your jabs. I'm going to use my talents against society. And I'm getting sick of your lies, Mordred. With everything that's going on, you're still thinking about that stupid promise? What is going on is mostly the result of you not keeping your promise and giving the chip to the police. You've never cared about my opinion. You've always acted on your own without thinking of the consequences. We made that decision together. You know that. It was not up to us to choose the future of this country. Judging by the consequences, maybe we should have. I can't help but notice that the last case has affected you like nothing before. Rotates the manhole cover while trying to arrange it into a pattern. I might have changed, but I've always tried to keep you safe, even during the investigation at Treasury Park. I understand that you care about me and I appreciate that. But don't ever cut me out again, not without my consent. When you ordered me to stay home after visiting the new crime scene, that was the last straw. Hera. Actually, I am sick of arguing. Seems Vulgarian, I've been scared of using you, like never before. Oh. I know it's mean. But if you keep acting like this, you're going to lose me for good. And not only as a colleague. I need your help to deal with what's going on in this damn city, but you're making it too hard. I guess it's pointless to continue the conversation. We've got other things to worry about. Could you update me on what you've discovered? What is this email that I have? Give me a second. Oops. Okay. That's crazy. So that's how it is. I can't her out of things. Yeah. I guess you can't beat her, join it. Then my first thought after seeing the crime scene was not wrong. What do you mean? Do you have any pictures of old cases related to Pandora? There's not much left after the police raided this place to find evidence against me. Screw the rules. But maybe we have something about the Keaton case. The fourth victim and the first male one. Picture of the Keaton case. An archive photo about one of the first cases related to the Pandora and handled by Foley Investigations. The picture reflects the modus operandi and the vile cruelty of a serial killer. Evil has a beginning, yet rarely an end. Okay, it should be enough. Let me focus. Let's try to compare the latest murders of Pandora with the Keaton case. What are the differences between them? Select one feature and assign it to the correct crime scene. Keep in mind that each feature can be linked to one or more scenes. Select one of the pictures to get a brief summary of the related crime scene. The Treasury Park case, which revived the myth of Polos and Delphine. The girl's throat was cut and her eyes were removed. The case we're investigating now, the professor was killed with a knife or something like that in a hotel room in the populated area of the city. The message on the mirror makes us believe that the killer wanted to recreate the myth of Prometheus. This terrible case is one of Pandora's most famous murders, and the victim had his throat and cut and his eyes removed. It took place in an isolated farmhouse, and he wanted to recreate the myth of Narcissus. I mean, eyes remove. Eyes remove. This one has the writing. Cut throat. Cut throat. Was there writing here? I think there was. Was his throat cut? These are all. Alright, so this place was not location locked. There we go. Just as I expected, the crime scene at the hotel is slightly different from the others. Pandora is used to carefully reviving the myth by creating a creepy and macabre artwork. But he has never left any obvious clues, as if he wants us to figure out what he had in mind. However, there's something weird about the last crime scene. Something different. I'm referring to the fact that it was written down. Damn it, I should have seen this the whole time. The message makes the killer's intentions way too obvious. Exactly, by directly quoting Prometheus, he undermines the whole artwork and its context. So this means Pandora did not kill the professor. I can't be entirely sure, but think about it. What would you do if you had to murder someone and blame a famous serial killer? I guess I would analyze his modus operandi and try to emulate it. Right, and considering the lack of information on Pandora, it is inevitable to make little mistakes. Mistakes that those only familiar enough with the killer may notice. For one, censorship works to our advantage. If Pandora's not the killer, then who is? Your guess is as good as mine. I hope that Huber's Aqua OS will come in handy. Should we inform the police on everything we found out so far? Not yet. For now, we better proceed on our own. Speak of the devil. Apparently, our friend has repaired that thingy. Wait, need water again. There's also a message from our old lawyer. Says he wants to speak with me in his office. What about? The Black Band's case has been closed. I don't know, but I should probably go see him. Alright then, let's keep in touch. I'll be at the office if you need anything. Oh, can we play Be a Good Citizen? Yay! No, there's all those levels. Wait, let's play another one. Oops. Oh, this needs to be here. I feel like this has to be like this. Oh, this is a lot harder than before. There we go. Yeah! We did it! Oh no, I'm getting addicted to this game. But they say something cool will happen if I finish it. There we go. Yeah. This is like, well, you know those like pipe connecting games that you always used to play as a kid or something like that. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay, one more. Should be like this, I believe. There we go. Work backwards from here. There we go. I wonder if I had to like finish the entire. Okay, I'm just distracted with this game right now. Yeah, there's only 4 more levels. Let's see if we can clear them quickly enough. They don't feel too hard to accomplish. Okay, this is clearly not the way. This is a closed loop. Yeah, solve it backwards. Like, if you can't tell, definitely the person gets distracted by like mini games that get my interest, like this one. Oh shit. Okay, I thought I had it. Apparently I did not. I do not in fact have it. Oh wait, no. Go. Yeah. 2 more levels. I think at this point I should just finish this so that I don't get distracted by it anymore. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, it has to be only this way. Or maybe not. Maybe like this. I don't think it can be. Yeah, let's go with it for now. Yeah, it's not that. It's not this. No. It's probably not this way then. Okay, this one I'm a bit more stuck on. can't be this. Can't be this either. Other. No, just locks this out, which well, it can be this way then. There we go. Like this. Yeah, I think I'm getting it. Yeah, there we go. Let's go. Last level. It goes up. Oh, there's a lot of. Yeah, okay, not this way. This way either. Definitely not this way. No, it's definitely not this. Maybe like this? No, it still locks this out. Try to work backwards again. Let's worked out for me a couple of times before. No. Yeah, what things can only go a certain way? Trying to figure that out. I think that definitely has a lot more like curves, so it's harder to be certain. At least that's what I think. Northern leftmost. Especially like those with these with the sharp curves as well have very limited range too. Left one was on the top row. Yeah. Seems to be able to go this way only. Yeah. Like this tree top definitely only can go this way, I feel. Because every other option doesn't make sense. So that works. So this is something only these two can connect. There we go. I think we're getting there. Yeah, okay, we're getting there. There we go. There we go. Yay! We did it! Titans kept the room here. Oh wait, there's still more? Alright, let's just do this one then. Oh, this can only be here. I just thought sounded good help. Yeah, thanks. It was definitely helpful. Yeah, this can only go down here. Because it wouldn't make sense otherwise. There we go. Alright, okay, that's enough. That's enough of that for now. I think I spent like 20 minutes on it. Anything to talk to me with? No? Okay. Alright, let's go get another one? I think it's just gonna continue for a while. So, anyway. That's part of knowing our rights in a city that doesn't have any crime. Welcome back, detective. I guess you received my message. Indeed. Closer to 25 minutes? Ah, okay. Yeah, okay. That's enough. That's enough. Be a good citizen for the day. What do you find inside this thing? I was hoping you'll be so kind to introduce me to your beautiful colleague first. Well, thank you, sir, but we don't have all day. Spit it out. Well, you see for yourself. Bring your device closer so that I can transfer the restored data. Keep in mind that most of the data has been lost. Only some from the days before his death seem to be available. The Aqua OS that used to belong to Cornelius Huber. The data inside was restored by his assistant, Dean Smith. We got being good assistant of our citizens' systems at least, right? The first step towards oblivion is always the most careless one. Open your inventory and use Cornelius Aqua's OS to browse his files and documents. Alright. This background music is very worrying. I'm going to be a dangerous criminal. My book is so intentional of breaking it. Wait, what? Alright. Playing the part of Pandora was not an easy task at all. I didn't want to be mistaken for a floaty replica. Unlike him, my work at Hephaestus Tech gave me access to encrypted systems and profiles of every citizen. So I decided to aim higher and target the man that more than anybody else was turning the city into a living hell, Baker. I never struck him directly because I would turn him into a martyr, ruining the work and the prestige of Pandora. I collected as much information as possible about him, digging up his dirtiest secrets and discovering the deep-seated hate of his sister-in-law towards him. I made contact with her and a friend of hers, winning their trust and working on a plan to kill one of them, framing Baker at the same time. This wasn't going to be enough to give me any credibility, so I decided to involve the protagonist of the previous case of Pandora in order to reignite the flame and convince the world that the Master had returned. Master? In order to do that, I needed 3 actors: Foley Investigations, a police officer, and a lawyer that defended them during the previous case. That would have drawn the 3 of them like flies to honey, although involving the lawyer would have required a more direct approach. This offer is getting stronger and stronger, and I'm starting to crack. I don't have much time left. I must live for Thalia's sake. I'll doom everyone and carry this burden forever. Every day I look at her and realize how selfish I was to keep her by my side, even though I knew the hell I was getting her into. A safe passage leading to a better future for both of us. Tomorrow is the day, and may God have mercy on me. So he was like the quote-unquote Pandora in chapter 1? I don't know if that's real or not though. I don't know, it feels too perfect. Huber created a virus? And who are those people he mentioned? Mr. Smith, we need to talk. I saw that coming. I'm not sure what to say. I'm sure as shocked as you are. The professor never mentioned anything like that. At least to me. Well, clearly you're lying, good friend. You should ask Eugene. I'm sure he has something to do with this. I see. I'll go after him. Dean is lying and the mask proves it. but I don't have enough evidence to unmask it at the moment. I should find Eugene and Thalia. Maybe it's worth going back to Hephaestus. I hope someone will see me. I shouldn't forget about David, although meeting him is still far down the list of my priorities. Yeah, let's go to HQ. I swear, I have to wait for hours again. Please, Mordred, try to chill or else they'll kick us out before we can even talk to anyone. Oh, is there any problem, sir? No problem at all. I just need to talk to one of the managers here. Well, it's your lucky day, sir. My name is John Deckard, business manager at Hephaestus Tech. How may I help you? John Deckard. Ignorance is bliss. Deckard's talent for eloquence stands in stark contrast with the rough and sometimes violent behaviors he showed throughout his academic career. I want to wait for hours, Mordred. I'm going to wait for weeks. After graduating from business school at the University of Nova Polemos, John worked as a marketing manager for a few minor companies. He participated in meetings and conventions and made a lot of friends in high places, which granted him a job in Hephaestus, where he earned his current position a few years later. Luck's on my side for once. I'm Mordred Foley, and the girl in the hologram is Hera Caris. Nice to meet you, Mr. Deckard. We are private detectives, and we're here to investigate the recent homicide of Cornelius Huber. Oh, it's you. I received a message from the police a few hours ago. Don't tell me you suspect someone here at Hephaestus. Actually, we just want to ask you some questions about the victim and his assistants. They all used to work here, right? Yes, I know them personally. And frankly, I still can't understand how this could have happened. Either way, go ahead with your questions. Cornelius Huber. Could you tell me about Cornelius Huber? What do you want to know exactly? Well, everything. Even the tiniest detail could be crucial for the investigation. Cornelius was a very well-liked man in the company. I honestly cannot imagine someone wanting him dead. Here's the idea: craft the lie in such a way that it implies that a different lie is true. Especially now that he finally decided to get married. What was he working on before his death? As far as I know, he was carrying out research on some medical prostheses to be used during surgical procedures. On some medical prosthetics to be used during surgical procedures. Nothing that could bring him trouble. So Huber was assigned to the medical branch too. Of course, the majority of our department collaborate on various projects most of the time. Working on prosthetics, huh? Pretty interesting. What do you know about Professor Huber's assistants? Eugene has always been a reserved and quite a rude guy. Huber was the only person he was speaking to. He used to lock himself in the Aqua OS server room for days, go figure. He seemed to be obsessed with the power prevailing over his brother, even at the expense of his physical and mental health. So Eugene most likely had access to the Aqua OS servers. I wasn't surprised by his reaction when he found out that the professor had appointed Dean as his successor, despite his ambiguous behavior. What kind of behavior? He has always been staring at Thalia with a strange look in his eyes and never hid his visceral passion for her. And despite this, Huber chose him and his hair? Well, he has never gone too far, although his looks have always creeped me out. This is crazy. It's like everyone involved in this case has something to hide. I swear I was at home and not at the scene of the murder, usually to frame someone. Is this related to the mask that appeared on Dean's face when he read the data on Huber's Aqua OS? I better ask Thalia about it. Engineering of the virus. Could you tell me whether Hephaestus is producing some sort of biological weapon, like a virus or something? A virus? Who do you think we are? We create technologies and medical supplies. We don't organize mass murders. Where do you get that ridiculous idea? I hope it's not coming from the police. Of course not. Don't worry. My colleague sometimes talks nonsense. No mas. Just as I thought. The virus was a personal project carried out by Huber and one of his assistants. Or maybe only a few selected members of the management of Hephaestus and the government knew about it. But one thing is for sure, they are not all saints. So would it be possible to trace the sender of some encrypted emails coming from your company? Right, we know that Pandora sent the emails to Abigail directly from Hephaestus. I'm afraid such information can't be disclosed without ministerial authorization. We are talking about extremely sensitive data after all. As I expected. When you said virus, I thought like computer virus. Yeah, me too. Even if we know Pandora did not kill the professor, I'm sure that solving this case will get us closer to the truth. You need anything else from me? I don't want to sound arrogant, but I'm a really busy man. Maybe we should show him some evidence we found. He might give us some useful information. Sounds like a good idea. I think let's save first. We haven't saved in a while. Can we show him this? Can you confirm that any kind of data within each Aqua OS comes from your main servers? Of course, every piece of information of every single device is safe and stored by our security system. So it should not be possible to hack into a device and delete all this data, right? Correct, unless someone with a valid authorization accessed the main server and decided to erase or alter its content. Who has the authorization? Usually the police, government members, and the company employees who handle the main server. So Eugene and Dean could have done it at any moment if they wanted to. Anything else? Do you know this guy randomly? Wait, Sivas is dead? You know him? I certainly do. His name is Demetrius Sivas. He's one of the European ambassadors who came to the city a few days ago. But his name was Demetrius Sivas, an European diplomat authorized to enter Nova Polemos and make commercial deals with Hephaestus. So he wasn't an illegal immigrant I thought he was, but he was a diplomat, which is honestly far worse. A lot worse than an illegal immigrant. Too uncontrollable and inconsistent to be practical. Yeah. No information. Well, he exists, that much we know. When did it happen? His body was found next to the professor in a hotel room. Now I understand why he disappeared into thin air. He was our foreign trade liaison. He came here to discuss about exporting Aqua OX technology. That's why there's no information on him. He had diplomatic immunity and was protected by the government. If someone finds out he's dead, it will cause an international diplomatic incident. Exactly, therefore I suggest, or rather, I demand you keep this under your hat. I will take care of informing the police and those concerned. Just continue your investigation for now. Diplomats are far worse than illegal immigrants. Because if an illegal immigrant, came in here and got killed, no one would bloody care. But he's a diplomat. He's an official. It's gonna be far worse. Now that he's dead. One last thing, did the professor have any contact with the ambassador? Maybe via his encrypted company email address? I have no access to this kind of information. I'm sorry. What was this guy doing in Huber's hotel room? And who the hell killed him? This case is a real nightmare. For every answer we get, hundreds of questions arise. Okay, can we just show him the gun? It's all used to me now, okay. Okay. Oh, sure, I recognize these pills. Our company produces them. They are among the most powerful sleeping pills on the market. They are generally used in our hospitals and laboratories. The access to this medicine is extremely restricted. Very interesting. What was it doing at the crime scene? What is its effect exactly? Technically, once you swallow a pill, you fall into a deep sleep, just like a coma, and then you usually wake up around 7 to 8 hours later. So maybe Huber got drugged from being killed. Alright, we have enough. You can go now. Thanks, Mr. Deckard. Delighted I could help. Please call me if you need anything else. The chickens are coming home to roost at last. And I'm starting to understand the reason behind the mask on Dean's face. Really? You saw one on his face too? Maybe he shot himself and then with his aim compromised by a head injury, he missed his second and third shots? I don't know. Yeah, he shot right after he read Huber's files. So Dean is involved too, but how? I'm not sure. Maybe Talia could tell us more given Dean's obsession with her. Sure, let's go. Okay, let's go a bit longer since I spent like that 25 minutes playing Be a Good Citizen. Wait a minute, is that? Huh? Oh, it's you, Detective Foley? Any luck with Cornelius Aqua OS? Yeah, Dean managed to repair it, but you're not going to like what we found inside. What do you mean? Have a look yourself. Cornelius, what have you done? If he was drugged, then he could be kept there for quite some time and basically be killed at the murderer's discretion. Yeah, that's for sure. I understand how you feel, but more than ever, we need to talk. In the messages we found in Aqua OS, the professor mentions an offer, a safe passage for both of you in exchange for his research. The same research the people who promised him salvation were apparently interested in. Has Huber ever mentioned anything like that? Cornelius has always wanted to go abroad and marry me, but living Nova Polemos is not that simple, as you can imagine. Unless you run Windows Vista. Especially when you are a valuable man to a company that works so closely with the government. During the weeks before his death, he couldn't stop saying how happy he was to have me by his side, and he couldn't wait to marry me. It was like he was forcing himself to sound happy, but in reality he was hiding some kind of pain deep down in his heart. Other than that, he never talked about running away or any new research. Well, maybe about a couple of emails sent abroad off the clock, but that's all. Wait, say it again. Emails off the clock? Lately, Cornelius was sending more emails than usual when he was not at work. Most of them were addressed abroad. Communications abroad, off the clock, huh? Very interesting. Cornelius has always worked to create life or elevate humankind as a whole. Human king, the typo. I can't believe he decided to study something like this. Maybe I knew him less than I'm ready to admit. What's certain though is that silly man worried about me till the very end. According to this Aqua OS, he only laid the groundwork and one of his assistants completed the virus. Can you confirm the professor didn't have any assistants other than Dean and Eugene? Absolutely, I'm 100% sure. This means one of them responsible for the virus, but which one? By the way, any word from Eugene? I really appreciate his version of events. As it does of a human king. Not yet, he seems to be out of reach, but maybe I know how to track him down. And how are you going to do that? I cannot tell you how, but trust me, as soon as I'm done, I'll send you the right address. Alright. Excuse me for asking, but is Dean Smith really obsessed with you? That's embarrassing, but yes, it's true. To be fair, he's pretty harmless. He sent me a few poems and drawings every now and then. And he created a couple of characters of his games based on my looks, but that's it. He said I was his muse and that my influence in his life was the reason behind his success. Such a weirdo. Was Huber aware of this? He was, and they argued over that more than once, but nothing serious really. And yet he appointed Dean as his successor. What's wrong with these people? Alright, you told me enough. Believe me, I would like to tell you more, Detective. Don't worry, just call me when you hear from Eugene. Rest assured, I will, and thank you. I truly appreciate what you're doing for Cornelius. Talia was amused, yeah. So, our dear professor had contacts abroad and argued several times with his successor. Hera, do you hear everything? Of course, but we're still far from the truth. Indeed. Well, at least the evidence we collected should be enough to unmask Dean. Maybe first we should go and visit David. It must be important, otherwise he would never call us. Alright, let's go. Alright. Can we speak? No? Okay. Oh, there's diary. Alright, let's go visit our good friend Casey. And see what he has to say. Welcome back to my humble office. Even your first sentence is a barefaced lie. I expect nothing less from you, David. You never change, Mordred. And here I was hoping to rely on your remarkable professional integrity. If you want to talk about the evidence of Treasury Park, I have nothing to add on to what I already told you at the police station. Don't worry about that. You helped me a lot by handing over that glove. There's another reason for you to be here. Spit it out. What the hell do you want? To demonstrate that the Black Bands killed Baker. Does that sound interesting enough? What? It's one of your childish jokes. If it's one of your childish jokes, I don't find it funny. I dare to say I caught your attention. Shall we begin? So, can we investigate your office? These holographic plants are really popular in Nova Polemos. I will never understand the taste of rich people. The view from this office is amazing. It's almost like watching people's lives from a big screen. I don't know what kind of material it is, but I'm sure I would never be able to afford anything like this. An apparently ordinary chair, but it must cost an arm and a leg. Baker's death kicked up enough of a fuss in the media, and there's no need to say that his successor will be even worse. The consequences could be catastrophic in the long term, especially if, as I suspect, the Black Bands are behind it. So I'm not the only one thinking that someone inside the party wanted to turn him into a martyr and then take the power. This sounds more and more realistic in light of recent events. Let's not to understand about the taste of rich people. I can't believe it. Are we really going to live the same nightmare of 30 years ago? Oh shit. Also, you should know that Anne, Baker's wife, hung herself in her house soon after her husband's execution. What? Why would she do that? In her last letter she wrote that she couldn't live without her pride and the infinite love of her husband, who protected her until the end. Poor woman, if only she knew the truth. This is so bad. She killed herself because of me. If I told her the truth that day, No. I can't blame myself anymore. My mental health is at stake. Why are you telling us all of this? What do you gain from investigating the Black Bands? Saving this city from the brink seems like a good enough reason, don't you think? However, in order to build a brighter future and prevent the past disasters from happening again, I will need your help. If you put your trust in me, no one will die ahead of time. There's something fishy about this. How can you ask for our support without revealing your plan? Talk straight with us. I'm afraid I can't, but believe me, the time of truth will come soon. So, what do you say? Are you interested in my offer? Oh shit. Don't trust him or accept the proposal. Can't. I don't know, you're not giving us anything, dude. I mean, don't trust him. He's like, what? Do you have any idea of the consequences? Frankly, your being so vague is disturbing. As sad as it is to me admit, Mordred is right. We have enough problems and all these mysteries don't help either. I see. Well, I can't force you to go, of course. You are free to go now. Have a nice evening. I don't trust this guy at all, but he could be right. Things might go sideways. Anyway, I better get back to the case now. Well, I made my choice, that's for sure. Well, once put your finger to the robot designed for wine tasting and identify it as bacon, which makes sense. It's gonna be salty, yeah. Alright, let's unmask Dean and see what he's hiding. Nova Polemos promotes gender equality, while 5% of the most important jobs are handled by women. This is something. Alright, let's save. Especially because if I fuck up, it's game over. Alright, let's get the truth. So you didn't know anything about the virus and the offer received by the professor, is that correct? Indeed, I never expected the professor to work on something like that. Liar, you did know it, and I'm here to prove it. If you don't mind, I'd like to be straight with you. Do you believe Pandora killed the professor? Or if underneath the mask he just has a shittier mask? I guess so. Probably Pandora was the contact he mentioned in his messages. But if I told you he has nothing to do with him? What? But it must be him. Well, that's your opinion. This time the modus operandi is quite different, and this evidence proves it. It's the writing on the wall. No matter how hard one tries to replicate Pandora's ways, it's inevitable to make some small mistakes. Yeah, I couldn't really look. Talking about plot was appropriate, right? Especially if those investigating the case have years of direct experience with Pandora, where the only information publicly available are censored by the media. You look at this photograph. Do you really think this maniac's work is not explicit enough already without having to leave a message? The real Pandora would never leave such clues about the myth. Letting the audience figure it out is part of his sick game. I'm not following detectives. Why are you telling me this? You see. We know that Huber was planning to run away with Talia with the help of someone who was interested in his research. Research linked to a terrible virus which, conveniently, was engineered with the help of one of his beloved assistants. He never mentions him by name, but after my investigations, I came to the conclusion that the person he had to meet was... The second victim was his contact? How is that possible? In order to arrange an escape without getting caught by the police, you need someone outside the control system, just like Seavers. Both he and Huber had access to encrypted emails, and they were in business with Hephaestus. And that's how our dear ambassador could know in depth about Huber's studies. Also, Talia confirmed Huber was having direct contacts abroad lately. He was probably arranging their escape. They probably arranged a meeting at the Five Twins Hotel that night, while Seavers was around the city for business. That day, the room was accessed 3 times, twice with the key at 4 PM and 8 PM, and once with Huber's Aqua OS at 1 AM. The owner of the hotel said that the professor has always been alone, and at 1 AM the hotel was pretty deserted. Let's not forget you need a special card to enter. It's easy to guess that he came at 4 PM to check things out, then he came back at 8 PM along with the ambassador to close the deal. Cornelius was probably waiting for him next to his room. The access to the hotel was free and he didn't want to be seen with him. What's interesting though, is that after 8 PM none of them left the room, and this evidence proves it. Oh, please enough. Okay, that's not it. Sales always special card. After 8 PM, none of them left the room, and this evidence proves it. The OS? Oh shit. Okay. No, not you. The sleeping pills? Oh, the time of death? There we go. He was killed at 0:45 at 12:45 AM on the ambassador about 15 minutes later, which coincidentally was the last access to the room. So this means the professor was killed by... There is no other way. Our mysterious man was the only one who could have killed Huber. What? The professor was drugged, tied up, and after a few hours repeatedly stabbed to death. Demetrius tried to emulate Pandora's modus operandi, conscious that no one could ever bust him. He was feeling safe, since basically no one knew his identity. But I feel like you are well aware of that. Isn't that right, Mr. Smith? But why did he wait for so long? Why not simply kill him and leave when no one was around? No, after drugging Huber, he waited patiently until just before 1 AM because... Our friend was waiting for someone he did cut a deal with in order to kill the professor. So he was not surprised when he heard the door beeping. And I bet that was your brother. Or rather you, Mr. Dean. How dare you! You have no idea about my relationship with Cornelius. Sure, but I do know about your feelings for Dahlia instead. With Huber out of your way, you could have her all to yourself. I bet that was your plan when you accepted to get rid of him. What kind of monster do you think I am? I was joking. I may be in love, but I'm not a murderer. Well, it's quite possible that Eugene is responsible, given his hatred against Huber for not being appointed as his successor. Besides, if he was the one who created the virus and discovered the professor's plan, he would have plenty of reasons to kill him. Anyway, I have a feeling that Demetrius made a deal with either one of you to kill the professor, blame Pandora, and run away with the virus. Keep throwing stones. All you're looking for is a scapegoat. You have nothing that links us to the crime scene. Oh, actually, we do. This evidence proves that either you or Eugene planned the murder of the ambassador. This? Demetrius drugged the professor with these pills and waited several hours before killing him, so that he could meet with the person he was murdered by shortly after. What the hell? What have those pills got to do with us? Hephaestus provides them to doctors and researchers. It's almost impossible to obtain them otherwise. One of the managers at Hephaestus, John Deckard, confirmed it. He also added that Demetrius didn't show up yet. He could have got them only from an outsider, someone who was aware of the professor's plan and wanted to betray him. One of you two. And you just happen to be the only ones able to encrypt the Huber's Aqua OS data after using it to get in and kill Demetrius. Why do you keep dragging me into this? I helped you repair it. Why do I do that if I want him dead? You dumb idiot! You useless sons of a dog! You don't know what my brother's capable of. You keep blaming me without knowing anything! That fool is going to kill us all, it's just a matter of time. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You must stop him. Find him, slaughter him, now! He's going to kill us all of us, down to the last one! No, 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 no! I don't want to die! A new mask? Is that because of his mental breakdown? Mordred, get away from him! He's really starting to scare me. Come down, Ray, and tell us where the hell your brother is. I swear, I don't know. God, I don't know. Why does no one believe me? I hate you all of you. Wow. What the? Where is he going? Never mind. Forget about him. I think he has nothing to do with the murder anyway. And we haven't found the other 2 bullets yet. We have a possible biological attack going on, and that's what you're thinking about? Huh? What's this? A message from Dahlia? Well, apparently she works her magic. Even though it's just some random data about a GPS signal. Oh, great. And what are we supposed to do with that? I don't know. Maybe try to compare them with the location saved on the professor's Aqua OS or with the map of the city and see if we can find a match. Easier said than done. We have to make it quick. If that fool really wants to use the virus, we are in serious trouble. Try to find some coordinates. Meanwhile, I'm alerting the police. Just what we needed. Okay, let's make a break. Restore the network and find the coordinates by covering the whole grid with GPS signal boosters. Select the cell where you want to place it or remove it. Keep in mind that each booster extends for a 2-cell radius in every direction, but can't overcome the radio frequency shielding of the city. Be careful, every grid has to be influenced by only one booster, otherwise it will overload. Maybe he's lying about his brother being able to kill everyone, where a biological weapon will have difficulty in that? Oh shit, maybe. Alright. So you can do like this. No. There we go. No. Let's try again. Okay. I feel like this is the correct way. Can't overload. Right, most one down to will be like this. Yeah, I'm kind of just blundering around as well. Yeah, 7 rows, 4 columns. Okay, let's try this again. So I feel like it. I'm trying to understand what the range is of this thing, but it's hard to like really determine properly. What seems to be like it has like a two, like in the four main directions it has like in the 4 main directions it has a range of 2, while like the diagonal one only has a range of 1. I'm not entirely sure though. It seems to be that way. So basically it's like a star pattern-ish, like a diamond pattern, I would say. That's the range. But it can't go past the walls. Column 4 of row 6. Like this, so it's an L. Basically they can't overlap as well. Which is the annoying part. Oh, I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. Okay, here we go. Laboratory 32. Looks like that fool is in one of the laboratories of Hephaestus. It's one of the outer districts of the city. Come on, it's not far from here. Are we near the end of like this chapter? If so, then I think we can just finish this chapter and let's save first. Cause left node order needed to be moved lower. Yeah, we fixed it. Yay! So yay. All right. Let's move. This definitely feels like the end of the chapter. So let's go through the end. Simply because of their natural desire to be mothers. Oh boy. Hera, can you hear me? I'm at the lab. Shit, it's not working. This place must be shielded for security reasons. It's sort of a support laboratory for Hephaestus after all. I should have known better. What are you doing here? Who let you in? So you finally decided to show up. Stay right where you are, I am. I know exactly who you are. You don't have to introduce yourself. And for the record, I never had any reason to hide. I didn't do anything bad. Oh, really? Demetrius Sievers and Cornelius Huber will have something to say about that. What are you talking about? I have nothing to do with their death. Whoa. Here we go. This is the moment I was waiting for. I'll get the truth out of you, I swear. They're like a fox, a kitsune mask? Oh, you have nothing to do with them, right? So tell me, how do you know the name of Demetrius? How do you know Demetrius' name? Huh? When I mentioned him, you replied that you have nothing to do with their death. And as it happens, the only people who knew Demetrius' identity was his contact. The only people who knew about Demetrius' identity were his contacts at Hephaestus and the professor who used to exchange private emails with. So I wonder, if you are that innocent, how do you know his name? I met him at Hephaestus before Huber's death. He said he was willing to purchase the rights to Aqua OS. You liar, Demetrius was dead before even showing up at the company. Moreover, I suspect that buying those rights was just a cover-up to get in without getting monitored by the police. He was only interested in your virus, the same virus the professor was ready to trade for his freedom. If that fool didn't try to interfere with my project, he would still be alive. Fine, I knew about the professor's plan, but I never wished to kill him. I had no reason to. I wanted to find out who was going to be his successor, so I broke into his personal account and I happened to know about his escape. I tried to talk to him, but he wouldn't listen a word. You know the rest of the story. I've got the feeling this is not what really happened. So tell me, what's your version of events? I believe you decided to betray Huber, contacting and proposing Demetrius a new deal, which implied the professor's death. Oh, so I suggested to kill him using Pandora's methods. Very original. But tell me, have you got any proof that demonstrates my presence at the hotel that night? Sure I have, and that's the only thing that could have framed you. This evidence proves that you made sure that no one could find out either the professor's plan or your involvement. The professor's Aqua OS? You knew Huber mentioned you in his messages. Knowing you couldn't erase all the data, you decided to corrupt it. You probably entered the room by cloning his data via remote access. Or maybe Demetrius just threw the Aqua OS out of the window. The way he knew you were coming, you managed to disarm him quite easily and shoot him in the head. I had no reason to kill him. If I acted out of revenge, Huber's death would have been enough. Oh, you're wrong. You did have a reason. You killed him because... Oh, we should have meant to blame Pandora? Brilliant. According to your logic, I should have built a crime scene to match his death, but I didn't. So your argument doesn't make any sense. Okay, that's not. Get back the virus? You couldn't let anyone put their hands on your virus, especially some foreign ambassador who would pass it off as his own. First you had Huber killed, and then you modified your Aqua OS data to match the professor's identity. You entered the room and shot Demetrius. At that point you took Huber's Aqua OS and corrupted its data. Then you threw it away once you made sure all that evidence had been erased. Oh, very interesting. You do realize that my brother could have done it too, right? Then he's simply obsessed with Dahlia, and I doubt he would betray the man who put his trust in him. You, on the other hand, are willing to do anything to achieve your goals, even getting the person you value the most killed in cold blood. And how will you know that? You and me, we think alike, son. Do we? Have you any idea who I am? I created the city's main cybersecurity system. It's only because of me that no foreign country has managed to break into Aqua OS yet. Each single creation I made has revolutionized this country, but all I wanted was to be better than my stupid brother. When the professor decided to support the development of my lethal virus, I thought I finally managed to beat him. Even an idiot like you should be able to see my success. The greatest genius in Nova Polemos finally bowed to me and my research. Despite this, he decided to appoint my stupid brother as his successor within the company. The creation of that virus just makes you a madman who's trying to kill us all. Kill you? Huh, that's funny. You're right on one thing though, detective. I intend to use this virus to take revenge on the city. But my creation is not for killing humans. It is meant to destroy Aqua OS. I'm loading it on every computer in this laboratory so that it quickly spreads throughout the city, erasing everything. You're kidding. You expect me to believe that Huber helped you find a way to destroy his most successful invention? Oh, he helped me with another research which nobody was aware of, let alone Hephaestus. Although it has always been there for all to see. My master, a neo-Prometheus, he didn't just revolutionize technology, he went far beyond that and he finally managed to create life. Oh, I see the androids in the background. Androids as close to humans as possible, able to think with their own mind, to learn, to evolve and feel emotions. Cornelius was scared of what he built, so he decided to help me engineer a virus that could eradicate his creatures in case things got out of hand. Is this Detroit Become Human? They are linked to the Aqua OS main server, so destroying it would also mean deactivating every android all at once. Those behind me are failed experiments. Useless old junk now. They're worth nothing, especially after his latest masterpiece. Wait, you mean one of these monsters is somewhere out there, up and running? You're such an idiot. Haven't you figured it out yet? The android is Dahlia! Damn it, now I'm beginning to see. No, Mars, this woman has always told me the truth. I couldn't see any Mars because she is a damn android! Ready to engage? Yes, we've been together for the last 4 years, but I wanted to keep it quiet. I was worried about my safety. She was allowed to work at Hephaestus, but he has never shown her anywhere else because he feared they could discover her secret. Any word from Eugene? I would like to hear his version. Not yet, he seems to be out of reach, but maybe I know how to track him down. So the message I found on Huber's Aqua OS. I wonder if he's aware of what unleashing that virus in Nova Polemos would lead to. Andros Miss Nan in the gender oh, the image of Talia torn apart by the virus haunts my nightmares and won't let me sleep peacefully. Destroying Aqua OS means the virus will erase her too. Everything makes sense now. Talia, Huber's fiancée, is the masterpiece you are talking about. Exactly, an android entirely connected to Aqua OS with free access to all data information, even capable of altering it at will. That's why no mask appeared on her face. That woman's not human! Yeah, he did build his own waifu. And that explains how she found out about the GPS data revealing Eugene's position. She had access to the main server of Aqua OS. Try to imagine what she could do, a creature able to learn, evolve, and understand human behavior. The only solution is to destroy her, taking the whole corrupted system of Nova Polemos down with her. My virus would wipe the slate clean, awaken the conscience of the entire population, and make them see the rot they are living in. Wait, are you telling me it would erase every single piece of information in the main server? No need to dance around it. Aqua OS destruction means your shady parts will be erased too. Crimes, trials, evidence, archives, all gone forever. No! Don't listen to his psychotic rants! Oh, you finally decided to join us, little brother, just when the fun is starting. Why do you want to waste all the professor's work? Why are you still seeking revenge for after his death? You know, I was hoping that at least you would understand. The man was everything to me, really. I gave up my hopes and dreams. I gave everything just to live a single moment knowing that I existed for him. Just try to imagine how I felt. How I felt when I found out he decided to betray me and run away with a monster. The same monster that killed Demetrius. What? That means... Yes, I killed Demetrius Silvers. Dahlia? What in the world are you doing here? I've come to meet my destiny. There's no point in hiding what I've done, especially now that my time is running out. Is she accepting death without even reacting? Why hasn't she attacked Eugene yet? That night, Cornelius did not come home and I acquired his GPS position through the Aqua OS main server. I swear though, when I found his device, someone had already corrupted the data. What? So Eugene really did it via remote access? Probably wanted to erase all data related to the virus from the device. Despite being encrypted, I managed to copy the relevant files and gain access to his hotel room. When I got him and saw him dead, I lunged at the killer. He managed to shoot me twice, but then I disarmed him and killed him. So the reason why we didn't find the bullets is... Yes, they're still inside me. No one knows my secret. No one has the ability to repair me. My mobility is severely compromised. I can't even run anymore. Don't you see, detective? This android got emotional and acted on pure instinct for the sake of revenge. A machine that can perfectly emulate human feelings. How is that different from us? Don't you see this is the greatest invention in history? If we kill her, if we destroy her data, we won't be able to recreate something this perfect anymore. Greatest invention? She looks like a filthy murderer to me. Those you call feelings are just artificially generated impulses, manually coded by the lunatic who created her. She'll always be a puppet following predetermined behavioral patterns, no matter what. Isn't it the same for you humans? Your emotions are just a result of your experience, bound and conformed to the conventions of normal societal behavior. I'm all vibing of artificial life, yeah. Detective, let me try and stop my brother's virus. Maybe it's not too late. Then we'll live forever and you will arrest Eugene and charge him with everything that happened to the professor. Imagine having emotions. What? Will you sell your own brother like that? You had the professor killed. You don't deserve to be called brother anymore. Right, because you have a clear conscience, have you? You've always wished for the professor's death just to run away with his freaking machine. Let the virus take its big disgust. We'll blame it on Dean and Talia, and when the Aqua OS is destroyed, we can finally be free from the oppression of this city. Oh boy. This is a huge decision. Like, personally, I'm leaning towards destroying Aqua OS. Like, that seems like need a massive infrastructure collapse though, right? Like, I feel like we should do it. Like, if you stop Eugene and like keep everything under wraps, like it's not going to help anything. And like, I mean, Talia did kill someone. Even though it was revenge, and like she's at her limits as well, cause she can't be repaired. So at this point, it will almost be a mercy. And like, yeah, it could be nice, but I don't think we can. We have to. If we destroy the OS, Talia probably goes with it. And I mean, you can. In fairness, he shot her first. Yeah, that's true as well. That's why I'm just like. I'm not sure. I'm definitely leaning, but I'm still definitely leaning more towards destroying the OS over like, I don't know. Yes, in a way. But Eugene did want to get the professor killed. That's also true. Like, oh god, what do I decide? Something is very similar to the second laws of robotics or something. Yeah. I don't know. Both are not great options. I'm just going to say it. Like, it's like between a rock and a hard place for sure. Both are not very great options. Let's destroy the OS. Destroy the OS. I made my decision. Screw this damn city. Hurry up and get it done. The police will be here soon. What? Are you really going to throw the city into anarchy? Are you going to destroy one of the greatest masterpieces ever created in human history? Please, Mordred, think of the consequences of that virus. You're on the brink of the abyss. You can still make it right. Anarchy is order, my friend. Oh, you're so wrong. I've been seeking that abyss for a long time. I'm just delaying the inevitable. You said you want to learn more about humanity? Well, here it is in all its glory. Farewell, Miss Wells. So, it's true. Whoa. No files found. The mechanical soul does not ascend to heaven, nor does it come back to earth. Men promise no paradise to their children, unlike God. I just wanted to live. Chapter 2, Firebringer, the end. My choices. I didn't trust David. You admitted you found the glove. Sharon stay on, you wanted to keep her safe. You destroyed Aqua OS, erasing every trace of the past. No, alright. Well, there is it for this stream. If you were a program robot with self-sufficient, able to live as though it was a sapient life form, how would you design it? I have zero clue how to. Probably, wouldn't be surprised. I think we've dealt Primordia had some similar topics as well. But yeah. So I guess this is how we end this chapter. So next week we're probably coming back to Nova Polemos in Anarchy. Primordia, yeah, that's what the game was called. Yes, it's that. Yeah, I have no idea how I would even go about that. I don't know, it's too big of a concept for me to grasp, I think. That Talia behind me in the logo? Maybe. Maybe, it could be. Oh, maybe. I was thinking it was Hera, but it could also be Talia. Who knows? But yeah, well, I made my choices in this game, that's for sure. I think Hera is the one at the bottom. Maybe the one at the back is Talia. One could make them similar to humans, having illogical things to emulate emotions. Yeah, you think it's Hera? Yeah. But yeah, boy. Like, yeah. I don't know, like, oh boy, just I'm not sure what I'm going to come back to next week, that's for sure. Yeah, anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in to this stream. Hope you all enjoyed it. But yeah, just like, I have no idea what's going to happen from here on out. Things are definitely going to happen. You could have them be logical and there's free will following versus the laws of it. Yeah, I don't know. It's complicated. I say it's hard to say what is exactly the right thing to do. And I'm not qualified to deal with that. But yeah. Anyway. Thanks to this recently as a Discord channel for toasters. That's nice. Yeah, but again, boy, this chapter was something, and like I said, I have no idea what I'm gonna come back to next week. But I guess we'll find out then, don't we? So anyway, thanks to everyone for tuning into the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks to the VOD viewers for watching it as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this as well. Things definitely got pretty intense at the end there. And I have no idea why it was the best choice. I mean, the game said there are no good or wrong there's no right or wrong choices, but you know, it's a bit hard to not think that you kind of made not the best choice in this situation. Yeah, anyway, not gonna babble on too long. Thank you all again for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. I'm definitely enjoying it. It's definitely, the stakes are rising every time. And again, I have no idea what I'm going to come back to, but that's what next week is for. Everything will build this total combined with given emotions, free will. Yeah, I don't know. It's such a big question to grasp, I would say. And like I said, I'm definitely far from qualified from answering it at this point. But it's definitely something to think about, I would say. So yeah, anyway, that's it. I've dragged on a bit for too long. It's almost 3 hours, so I will call it here. Thank you all again for tuning in. Hope you all have a good day. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Really, anyone qualified to answer that? Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's probably one of those things that we'll probably always ask ourselves. Yeah. Definitely always going to be something that people are going to ask themselves and each other and stuff like that. Until maybe when the time comes when we actually do, when something like these things actually do exist, then when it actually becomes reality, then that's when I guess we'll probably actually ask ourselves even more and see it in action. Which is, I don't know, definitely feels surreal to think about. But I don't know. First, let us survive 2021. for one kind of bread cooking overlords. Yeah, but for me, I would say let's just try to survive 2021, and then we'll see. But yeah, so anyway, thank you all again for tuning in. Hope you guys have a good day. As I was saying, stay safe, wash your hands, all that fun stuff, and I will see you next week for more dry drowning. 2021, I think it's 2019. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see you all next week. Goodbye. And the cycle does repeat endlessly. Goodbye.